What's good? Now this 2K gameplay finally started. They take freaking forever.
Finish around the rim. 2K26 uses system-driven technology to generate player-to-player collisions that are more reliable compared to previously scripted motion-captured animations. Coupled with new dynamic motion, this change improves the freedom of authentic movement for both the dribbler and on-ball defender. Interior defense has also been redesigned so that it's easier to put a body on shooters when they're finishing around the rim and make body-to-body contact in the air. And bigs will
Free flowing collisions is definitely needed, bro. Cause last year you bump into somebody, bro. It feel like you literally cannot move for 2 seconds. The shit is trash. Like
more intuitive, deliberate, and free-flowing experience. Ball handlers can now shield themselves from steals by reacting with the Quick Protect mechanic. The introduction of Quick Protect will bring more balance and lead to more skill-based.
yeah, I need that. Son. Yo, bro. Oh, I realized when I play 2K, 90% of the people that play this shit cannot dribble, bro. Go to 2KU, please, bro, or the MyCareer, please. Y'all be ass.
And allow you to get your shots off super quick like Klay Thompson. Slashers now have access to slow-motion Neuro Step gathers, something we've been seeing a lot of in the league lately from players like yourself and Ant. This will help you navigate through the paint and around defenders by decelerating
That shit gonna get punched.
space with a slow-mo finish. And finally, another highly requested feature is the ability to force rat passes, which will allow you to feed
The meter back.
cutting teammate and avoid defenders playing the passing lanes.
As a big-time 2K fan, I can't wait to get my hands on 2K26 and experience these all-new features for myself.
Gameplay in NBA 2K26 has taken a giant leap forward, with more personalization and variety, more skill-based gameplay.
Or a veteran like me, everyone can master the fundamentals in these all-new moves. Pre-order 6 Superstar or Leave No Doubt Edition today and hit the court sooner with early access.
Oh, so they show the gameplay and then these niggas is funny, stop. So that's what they do. They show the gameplay and now they want us to
A lot
pre-order.
of stuff to talk about. Shout out to Mike Wayne for coming through and blessing us with some more information, man. But yeah, we got a deep bag to get into today, Evan. So let's go ahead and start kicking it off with some of this stuff here, man.
Yeah, there is a lot there. And just like last time, we just gave Stacks a list of everything in the full Court to the Report blog that we can talk about today. So we're going to go put them in your shoes and go through not only each feature that Mike and Tyrese mentioned in more detail, but also we're going to talk about a couple of improvements that actually weren't even mentioned in the video. So stick around. I'm ready if you are,
Yes, sir,
Stacks.
yes.
Alright,
Yeah.
let's
Let's
go.
get into it,
I'm gonna
man. I'm
listen to
excited.
this
I'm
real
hyped
quick.
up. I know the chat is ready to get into it as well. So
I'm
first
outta
up,
here.
we got ProPlay Motion Engine. Mike said that this is the biggest change to the motion engine since NBA 2K21. I'm pretty sure we got a few questions about that in the chat. So Evan, what exactly does that mean?
Well, sure. In case you haven't heard about ProPlay in the past, that's been a big step towards more lifelike basketball in 2K. And it's this really cool tech that lets us use footage from real NBA games to capture animations from them. So we don't need to have players come to our studio and wear those mocap suits with the white dots and do the animations there. We can get them from the NBA footage. So at its core, ProPlay is about getting a huge library of animations from the NBA. And I think oftentimes the community attributes more to ProPlay than what it really is. So I just wanted to clarify that first. But anyways, the last 2 years, you've seen ProPlay for things like shot animations and dribbling. And now, this year, as you heard Mike say, that NBA footage is powering all of the on-court movement in 26. So it is not just the dribbling, but it is expanding to offensive movement, the way players move on defense, and even off-ball movement as well.
Okay. Bro, that shit been in the game, bro. That shit been in the game. They just trying to make it. They gave it a new name, bro. Shit was in the game last year, bro. Bro.
Back that we've gotten in the past before. And with this new motion engine, you are going to see that skating and sliding a lot less. So hopefully you guys will feel this change when you get your hands on 2K26 very soon.
All right, man. Sound like some good news to us, man, especially skating and sliding all over the court. I know nobody wants that. Next up, we have enhanced rhythm shooting. All right. I was a rhythm shooting demon this past year, and now rhythm shooting is enhanced.
I like the rhythm shooting. I like it. Let's see.
Yeah, I keep being asked if rhythm shooting is back, and it is. It's also got some really cool upgrades that I'm personally excited about because, like a lot of people,
I'm being that shit.
this past year, I was kind of resistant to it at first, just being honest. But over time, I wanted to learn something new. And now at the end of year, just like you, Stacks, I use rhythm shooting for almost everything. All of my catch and shoots, all of my step backs. And
Exactly,
I've
man.
heard from not just you, but many people who've done the same thing.
Need that
So,
rhythm.
for those of you who like shooting with the button, you can still shoot the button. That is not removed, but rhythm shooting is a more advanced option. And if you take the time to learn it, you're not going to regret it, because this year the big upgrade is that rhythm shooting is no longer just about matching the player's animation, but rather giving you the full control over the animation. So when you do, picture your controller, when you do the down up flick on your right stick, the way you flick the stick will actually change the way your player is shooting. So to try to explain this in like the simplest way,
That's fire.
when you flick the stick, and then the tempo of how you did it, timing and tempo. For timing, if you flick up really early, you can now release the ball earlier. And if you flick up late, you can kind of hold on to the ball for a moment before you let go. And then for tempo, if you flick up kind of fast, you're going to rush your shot. But if you flick with a slower tempo, you're going to do like a lazier looking release. So the cool thing about this is there isn't necessarily a right or wrong timing anymore. It's giving you more freedom, because
Oh, nah, I'm about to get saucy. All this shit sounds like right now is you gonna make it in every, like, if once you get nice with this rhythm shooter shit, you're making everything, bro. Cause I was a midi fade demon, bro. By the end of the year, if you was not like in my chest, like you have to be here, like in my chest, I'm making that midi fade, bro. So that rhythm shooting was devious.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what that's about. Definitely gonna go back to rhythm shooting, but I gotta see what it's looking like. Next up, we got skill-based gameplay. I know that's been a big topic lately. We don't have to spend too much time on this. All right, yes, skill-based gameplay. Let's get to it.
Yeah, we did talk about this on the roadmap stream a while back. So like we'll just do a
Yeah.
quick recap. But remember, I see the chat asking about this. This year, a point of emphasis in 26 for our dev team is skill-based and competitive gameplay that makes you feel more in control. So when people are asking about like the outcome of shots, rebounds, loose balls, steals, and all those things like that, we are intending to make that more skill-based and competitive. So as you hear us talk about all the new features today, just keep that in mind. And then the other thing we did talk about last time were that a few gameplay settings were adjusted. So higher difficulties and most multiplayer modes are going to have green or miss shot timing. And then layup timing is permanently enabled so that people aren't making real player percentage layups on your head anymore. But
So that's kind of fire, man. I like that as well. Being able to mix layup packages. I don't think we've been able to do that for a while, man. So I'm definitely locked into that. Next, though, we got defense. And Mike said that collisions and interior defense are better this year. That's great to hear, man. That's definitely great to hear. What exactly does that mean, though, Evan?
we want to remember our defensive players out there as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think anytime we can get some defensive improvement, show some love to the defensive side of the ball, it's always a great time. Next, too, not only defense, we also got new rebounding timing feedback. Now, this is interesting. I'm not sure if this is something we've ever seen in 2K before. So let's see what we got here.
Yeah, so this is actually a small but really helpful addition when I saw it for the first time. Maybe I was just out of the loop because I didn't really play on big builds until the last year, but I never knew when to press triangle to jump for a rebound. I kind of just like pressed triangle randomly. So if you're
See, this is the problem. It's because motherfuckers don't play basketball, watch basketball. How do you not know when to time a rebound? Like, how do you not look at the basketball, bro? Like, what are you talking about? They're not like what?
you are going to see a green flash below your player's feet, just like you see in this clip of the Thunder. And if you do nail the timing and get a green rebound, it is going to significantly boost your chances of securing the ball. So it is important to get the rebound timing right to have the best chance of grabbing the board over somebody who might not know their timing as well as you do. And this green flash is really there to kind of help educate you and help you learn and adjust to when you have to jump.
I feel like that's unnecessary, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Like, that's an unnecessary feature.
Or offensive rebounding attributes, they are going
They just need to make the
timing and get that green flash on offensive or defensive types of rebounds, whichever one their attribute is higher for. So definitely don't skip out on your rebounding attributes.
Okay, I think that's amazing too. I think that adds another
adds more skill and
skill
shit.
skill gap now, even in rebounding. You know, I think that's probably going to go into how a lot of people make their bigs this year. They might think a little bit more about adding more rebounding now, just to get that better timing on there, get that clutch rebound. Anyway, let's move forward. Next, we got new controls. Mike talked about some of these like rat passes, and there's a lot here. So let's get into some of them.
Yeah, so I mean, well, one thing, before we go through like each of the new controls, there is an important note here that I think many of you will be very happy to hear, that the overall game speed in 2K26 has been sped up compared to 2K25. So hopefully that is good news for many of you.
Thank God.
As you hear about these new controls, keep that in mind, because if the game speed is faster, that means players who have faster decision making, who can anticipate what's going to happen next, are going to be rewarded more. So Mike and Tyrese in that video, they covered some of these new controls already, so we'll just do a quick recap of them. But Stacks, what do you got first?
First, we have Quick Protect. By the way, I do want to say, man, the game speed being faster is a huge W as well. I know that's been something that I've been talking about a while too, is having the game speed a little bit faster. So I really love that. But first up, we got Quick Protect.
Yeah, you heard Mike talk about this one. This is a new control so that when you're dribbling, if you tap the left trigger, you can now kind of shield the ball or evade somebody reaching in on you to get
It's not new. That's
off to a defender that's reaching in.
it's new. It's new in the effects that they probably just changed it. You surely just do it faster than posting up. Like, but that was been in the
But
game,
there's
bro.
actually though, because it has a dual purpose. So as you are driving to the basket, if you feel a defender kind of on your back, you can actually do a quick protect, tap the left trigger, and then you'll trap them on your hip to get open. And I think you saw in the video that this is something Luka does nearly every game I watch.
Bro, that is in 2K25 right now. Like, go play 2K25 and do what he's talking about. It's just people don't do it. Like, bro, go play 2K20. That's in the game already. Like, and he just
Gameplay.
bro, 2K is scamming us, bro. They're scamming us right to our face.
Know what I'm saying? So I really do like that. Quick Protect. I feel like that can be very, very, very useful. That just for the things that you said right there too. So I like that. Next up, we're gonna talk about the no dip catch and shoots. I'm very interested about that. I think we saw a little bit of an example of it in the gameplay with Klay Thompson. So let's hear about that.
Yeah, this one is, I think, I shouldn't say it, now, but I think this is my favorite feature today, just because it's the one that I'm going to probably have the chance to use the most, because when I'm out there playing, as some of you know, I am always sitting in the corner, right? I don't dribble. I just kind of sit there and knock down threes for my team. So this is a really cool addition because the dev team has added a feature in 2K26 for people like me and anybody else who kind of is a corner sitter or just sits there waiting for the ball to shoot. When you're standing still and you get past the ball, if you hold down the left trigger, you are going to square up and catch the ball and then go straight into your shot without dipping your hands down. And it's funny that, when I first learned about this feature, I remember this like old Klay Thompson.
This is so needed, bro. 2K25 had to be the worst catch and shoot 2K I ever played, bro. You catch the ball like this. Freaking, you catch the ball, it be spinning around, about to fall out of bounds. You catch the ball like this, like you Odell Beckham. Then you gotta wait to set your feet. Then you gotta shoot. Because if you shoot any time before your feet is completely set, the time is off. You can make it, don't get me wrong, but it's harder. It's a way harder shot. And then the shit is just all over the place, bro. They needed that. They needed that.
So they're a little different this year. There are two inputs now. So you can either imagine your controller, you can either rock the right stick back and forth, left and right, or you can repeatedly flick the right stick like up, and you're going to get two different size up combinations. This is really just to give you more variety in what types of size ups that you can do, because when you go left, right,
that's dope. That's dope.
Be a different size up. So more controls for those advanced users out there in advanced.
That's dope, because bro, I'm a signature size up king, bro. That's how I start up everything. I'm either right trigger, flick right stick up, or no right trigger and flick right stick up. That's how I start everything, because at a signature size up, they don't know what you're gonna do, bro. They don't know which way you're gonna go. They don't know if you're gonna like. It's so much you could do at a signature size up, and it's automatic speed boost. Like,
Forgot about that.
Yeah, this one does look very cool because there are very few players who can just.
this is garbage. I don't care what nobody say. This shit works in real life, but I feel like in 2K any good center is gonna block that slow ass shit.
Trigger control. So picture your controller again. As you're doing a Euro step, if you hold down the left trigger, you can slow down mid-move, kind of do like a slow motion drag step. And if your defender kind of isn't expecting it and jumps based on what your normal layup speed or Euro step speed would be, they're going to fly right by you. So it is a new way for people to mix things up with their layups.
Oh, you said they're gonna fly by you.
Feel really good this year from what I've seen, from what I've heard from people who played the game. That layups in general feel really good. So if you're somebody who likes driving in,
All right, that could be dope if like you do a slow layup and then if they go. But I don't know any good center that doesn't jump, bro. Like I don't know, seems easy to guard. Like,
The defender off, like you said, make him jump.
but if you coming for help defense, they could throw you off. They say if I'm coming to help as a center, that could throw you off. Like you could go flying by the person. I understand that.
Rat passes.
yeah, I saw the chat like this when we were talking about it earlier, showing it in the video. So this one is like a new control. So in the past, like double tapping circle, if you're on PlayStation, double tapping circle, that was a flashy pass, right? I used to spam that by accident sometimes.
OD spamming it.
Circle is going to do a wrap pass, because I've seen people submit 2K25 videos in our feedback channels that are like, why did my pass go straight into the back of a defender? And they wish they had more control over what type of pass they did. So now the good passes out there, you can control when to do a wrap pass and avoid your pass going into somebody.
Thank God they're like this. This is very much needed too, bro. Bro, I ain't gonna say no names, but I got friends out there horrible passes, bro. Like, and then sometimes they would throw the pass right, but the shit just going into the person. So this would definitely help and add a more layer of depth to the passing, especially on inbounds, bro.
Now, there's a small change to alley-oops to make sure they require a little more thinking. So on lower difficulties, alley-oops are still going to be similar to previous year. You can get away with just pressing square, and you don't really have to think too much, right? But on higher difficulties, the button the dunker has to press is going to be randomized. So on PlayStation, for example, it is not always going to be square. It could be any of those 4 buttons on the right side of your controller. So
That's dope. I guess that's dope. Adds a little difficulty to it.
could be triangle or X or square, and you're going to have to pay attention
Unnecessary though. Pretty unnecessary
to
though.
the dunker.
I think, and this is just for me, I'm not speaking for anybody. I think anything we can do to increase the skill gap, I know I keep going back to that, but anything we can do to increase the skill gap, I think is cool. Now going,
I mean that adds more skill, but really, bro, it's the same thing, bro. You just press them. It's like that's unnecessary. This one's unnecessary, but it's cool at the same time.
and get the hang of it, you know what I'm saying? You'll get used to it and you'll start to get a little bit better at it. Next up, we
I
have
think some people in the chat. I think some people in the chat, they're underestimating their reaction time. Some of you don't like this, but when you actually do it, I'm pretty sure you're going to be reacting quick enough to whether it's X, square, triangle, whatever it is. I think you're underestimating your reaction time. For those of you in the chat who kind of heard that and
It's not the reaction time. People just don't like change. We gotta get used to change all the time. You know, that's how it is in life.
to get the button pressed in time, man. I don't know what to tell them, man. That's tough. Anyway, moving on. We also have setting screens.
Oh my god, this is so
talk about
long,
it.
bro. This is like
yeah, so this one is for the big men out there. So this
That's a
year,
10
when you
minutes
are setting a
I'ma
screen,
chill.
you can kind of make fine adjustments to which way you want to face. So as you're setting a screen, you can nudge the left stick, left or right, to kind of rotate your player 45 degrees a little bit in whichever direction you nudge the stick, right, left or right.
that is amazing. That's great. Cause screens be weird. Like sometimes it don't really be the big four. It be the guard. Like the guards be moving all around. You trying to come set the screen for him. He not waiting for you. But I get it. Like that. This we need this. This is dope. Cause I play big, bro. I have a shooting guard, a forward. I always make a forward. I always make like 4 characters every year, bro. So
Okay. All right. Well, that is it for the new controls. A lot of new things to learn. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the faster game speed. I know, like
Thank
a lot of
God.
people don't like change,
Forever.
man. But you got to lock in for a little while, get in the lab, you know. And once you get used to it, I'm pretty sure everything is gonna be okay. But anyway, before we wrap up, is there anything about AI and coaching that we need to know?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot about AI and coaching, to be honest, in the blog that everyone should definitely go read. But, you know, especially if you play MyTeam or MyNBA and you consistently have a lot of AI
All right, I'm
teammates,
done.
it's definitely something you
Remember
want to learn about. But we can summarize a few real quick here. We have time. What do you got?
Okay, let's start out with first up we have drive and kick intelligence.
Yeah, okay. So this one, I've heard this feedback a lot, that the AI like wouldn't pass when they should, or you as the user might feel like the AI should have made a pass that they didn't. But this year, the AI does have improved drive and kick intelligence. And what that means is they are going to be more actively looking to see when the defense rotates and then pass out if there's an open shooter. But On the flip side, because we do have to balance it, right? For AI defenders, there is also new help defense intelligence. And that is about making AI smarter about when they collapse in to help and protect the paint on those drives. And this really factors in, how close the ball is to the basket so that defenders can adjust properly to help or then recover back out.
The problem for me with all bullshit is when I'm playing offense. Like, say I'll be playing offense, right? Cooking my man, right? You get by the dude, and then my center comes. The center on my team comes and brings the other center to the paint to get so I can get blocked and shit. Shit like that. That's what they got to work on. I don't know. Like, off. My problem be offensively. Defensively, they always stupid off ball because they want you to have to actually play defense. You feel me? But offensively, they gotta fix that. Like,
Playing MyPlayer, let's say you're in your NBA career, your teammates do understand where you are on the court, even if you don't have the ball. So for that drive and kick that we just talked about, if an AI drives in and the defense kind of collapses on them in the paint, they're going to know that where you are on the court, and they can find you more consistently if you're open. If you're standing in a corner wide
that's
open
dope.
and your defender went in to help, they can find you in the corner for an open shot. And also,
That's good because that's gonna make the my career grind easier.
quick plays that you have when you're off ball. And you can kind of use those quick plays to communicate with your AI.
This year, I'm gonna be real busy. Like last year, I played a lot of 2K because I was going through a
For that.
transition
Give them a
period.
heads up, or
So
you can actually call like a
this year, I don't think I'm gonna play as much 2K. So I'm gonna make like two characters. I'm gonna make a point guard and a center, and then shoot a three. Three.
there's more in the blog that we're not going to go through in its entirety here. I think it might be better for you guys to go read it yourself. But real quick summary: there is smarter double team logic, so it sends a double at the right time and knows who to double. There's better screen navigation, so that AI defenders can make the best decision when they get screen and go over under screens with more logic than they have in the past.
All right, that's it. We done. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm tired of watching this shit, bro. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Your boy Nietzsche Reacts. Peace. Follow the social media at the bottom of the page. That's all my social media. Nietzsche Noodles is I'm not really active on that. That was my gaming channel, but I just gonna put this type of stuff right on Nietzsche Reacts. Why not? Like